Good morning, everyone. Always remember, fundamentals are the foundation. They are building blocks for more advanced education. So, you should be always clear with your fundamental or basic in any subject. I am Kaushalya Raj Purohit from Venus Small Wonder School. This is my third video on integers. Today we will learn what is absolute value, what is additive inverse, how do we add integers. Let us start. Absolute value. Absolute value of an integer is the value of the integer without considering its sign. That is, we do not consider the sign of the integer. It may be negative or positive, but the answer is always positive. For example, absolute value of plus 5 is 5 and absolute value of minus 5 is also 5. Again, the absolute value of minus 8 is 8. The absolute value of 8 is also 8. Again, the absolute value of minus 1 is 1. That is, we do not consider the signs. We just take the numbers. It may be negative or positive, but the absolute value is always positive. So, the next term is additive inverse. Additive inverse of any number is its opposite number. That is, if I take an integer plus n, then the additive inverse of plus n will be minus n. Similarly, if I take an integer minus n, then its additive inverse will be plus n. For example, the additive inverse of minus 5 is 5. Also, the additive inverse of 5 is minus 5. Similarly, the additive inverse of 3 is minus 3. Note that the additive inverse of positive integer is its corresponding negative integer and vice versa. That is, additive inverse of plus 5 is minus 5, and if I ask what is the additive inverse of minus 5, then it will be definitely plus 5. So now we know what are absolute values and additive inverse of an integer. Let us practice. Write the absolute values of following. Our first example is minus 9. So what is the absolute value of minus 9? It is, we have to consider only the number. We do not consider the sign. So what it will be? 9. Very good. Again, what is the absolute value of minus 8? It is, don't consider the sign, 8. Very good. The next is absolute value of 2. What it will be? Right, it is 2. Now, the question about additive inverse. Write the additive inverse of the following. What is additive inverse of minus 9? Yes, tell me. Write the opposite of minus 9. What it is? 9. Very good. So, the additive inverse of minus 9 is 9. Similarly, the additive inverse of 8 is minus 8 and additive inverse of minus 6 is 6. Very good. Now, you know what is absolute value of any integer and what is additive inverse. Let us study about addition of two integers. Addition. Let us first discuss the rules of addition for integers. When the integers have same sign, you have to just add the absolute values of each integer and use the common sign. That is, if both the integers are positive, the answer is positive, and if both the integers are negative, the answer is negative. Let us take an example. -6 plus -9. What is the absolute value of -6 and -9? It is 6 and 9. You have to add 6 and 9. We get 14 and give the common sign, that is minus. The answer will be -14. Again, 3 plus 4. Both the integer have same sign, that is plus. Now we add the absolute values. The absolute values are 3 and 4 respectively. Therefore, the answer is 7. Now, what if the integers to be added have different sign? You have to subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger value, and also the answer will possess the sign of larger number. Let us take example -4 plus 6. Both the integers have different signs. Now the absolute value of respective integers are 4 and 6. So we have to subtract 4 from 6 and give the sign of the bigger number, that is plus. So the answer will be +2. Let us take one more example. -8 plus 2. The absolute values are 8 and 2 respectively. Therefore, 8 minus 2 is 6 and the sign of the answer will be minus, as the larger number has a negative sign. Therefore, the answer is -6. Now, we know how to add the integer. Let us practice some more example. So now, let us practice some more examples. The first example is -12 plus 5. Both of them have different signs. So, what will we do? We will subtract the absolute value of smaller number from the larger number, that is 12 minus 5. What it is? 7. And the sign of a larger number is minus. So, the answer is -7. Okay, got it? Again, let us take one more example. +7 plus -6. Again, the different sign of integers to be added. So, what will be the answer? 7 minus 6, 1, and the larger number has positive sign. So, the answer is +1. Very good. Now, pause the video and note down the remaining examples. You will solve it in your rough notebook. Hope you understood the topic very well. Thank you.